Nyaho! Nyaho, 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 nyaho. Are. Why am I so low? Hello? Why are we low? Okay, perfect. Nyaho! Nyaho, Germa, Bay girl. What the heck? You mean hey girl? Finally, Sanguinius, I thought you didn't even like him. What the? Nyaho, Calio, you get the first cast. Calio. Nyaho, nya Calio. Nyaho. Nyaho, Saravi. 627. Saravi has 627 rolls. That's freaking Stitch's brother that makes Stitch's cousin that makes the sandwich. Sandwiches. What's his name? Freaking Daryl or whatever. Gary. It's something like that. Nyaho. Nyaho, Biggie. You forgot first kiss. Yeah, I know your hot wife wouldn't want you to get that. Hello. Nyaho, AJ. Nyaho, Lily. Hello, Mr. Nabby. Welcome in. Hope the videos I suggested can prove themselves. Let's freaking go. I main Blood Angels. Actually, no, I lied. I main Night Lords. She's lying to me. She's lying to me in my own chat. Wow. I can't believe we're lying to each other now. I kind of lied to you. I said we were going to start earlier, but I napped. And guys, okay, don't laugh. Don't laugh. Guys, I was napping and I was having a dream. You know Valorant? In my dream, one of the agents, ISO, he was out there. He was out there at my grandma's house, okay? Stalking my grandma's house. And I was like, I gotta get him. Where is he? I was like, Grandma, give me a gun. And she gave me a bandit. And I was like, and I was like, where is he? And I'm chasing him. And I'm chasing him. And he's laughing at me. He's like, you can't get me, you freaking nerd. And I'm like, no, come here. And then my family's like, why is this guy here? And I was like, don't worry about it, aunties. Don't worry about it, Grandma. I got him. So then I chase him around. And then I wake up. Yeah. There's a party going on. Anyways, whatever. I was sleeping, but I'm awake now. This is a bad look. Hey, it's okay to nap. I'm here to normalize that napping is okay. If you're just an eepy little guy and you need a nap, go and nap. That's fine. If I don't nap, I sleep. Well, not all of us are so lucky, okay? Yeah. So I nap. And now I'm here to react to the baby boy, to my wife's husband, to question mark, your favorite? Primarch? Is he your fave? Raise your hand. Raise your hand if he's your fave. He's the sexy one? Raise your hand if he's the sexy one. I've heard nothing but good things about Sanguinius. And I also heard we're gonna cry. Which, hey, I love to cry. Make me cry any day. You know what I'm saying? Make me cry any day. So yeah. What's up, my goat? I was looking at... Well, I know he's not your favorite, Biggie. I know your favorite. I apologize in advance if it does make you teary-eyed. No, I want to cry. Guys, I want to cry. The more you know, I want to cry. I like crying. I like feeling things. I like being sad. I like emotions. Okay. So what I got on the roster, I was between a freaking... There is no middle ground. When I was looking for Sanguinius videos, there's only 2 hours. More than 2 hours looking at you, Luton. And freaking less than 1 hour. And I was gonna go for the 2 hours, even though we just watched Luton last week. But I was like, you know what? I can't. I I gotta watch the 1 hour one because you guys want me to react to speeches. I will be listening to the speeches, Germa, so leave the stream if you haven't heard the speeches. I'm listening to Sanguinius' speech and also potentially him talking to his legion. I wasn't quite sure how to separate it because some other people, like when I was asking for Sanguinius, I just want Sanguinius videos, but everyone was like, hey, watch Caiaphas Cain, watch Dante, watch the Blood Angels. And I'm like, yeah, but I need an introduction to their dad first, you know? Gotta meet daddy. So I might do his speech to his legion, but we're gonna save the Blood Angel videos and Caiaphas Cain and Dante for another video when we talk more. Probably 3 videos, you know, let me be honest. 1 on Sanguinius, 1 on his legion, and 1 on his baby boys. What do we think? I don't know. But yeah, otherwise I would have been here all night. And even though I took a nap, and technically I have to wake up early tomorrow to get not paid. So yeah, let's roll with it. And like I said, I like switching up who we watch because there's different ways to learn and there's different styles, and I'm still figuring out what I like. Yeah. Speaking of what I like, I love Crackduck, and he just released a new orc video, so orcs are back on the menu. Oh yeah, someone did mention the Devastation of Baal and Dante. Yeah, that's the Dante one. Yeah. That one will be later. What was I saying? Orcs! Someone was asking for orcs recently. Don't worry, I got you. Orc fans, you know I'm one of you, right? You know I love orcs. And I need to start painting soon. So still freaking torturing Blood Angels. Crazy. Okay. Let's go.
I do not want to be here. I do not want this present. And I want the future that follows even less. We stand against our own brothers and sisters, with our backs to the Eternity Gate, and this is not a battle we can win. If you have ever wondered how you will die, now you know. If you have ever wondered where your body will lie, now you know. You will be killed on the last war between hope and horror. Your body will lie here, unburied, staring up at a poisoned sky. Once the sanctum falls, terror falls with it. And I tell you, we cannot hold this wall. You can see it yourselves. They are too many. We are too few. We may last a week if we do the impossible. More likely, we will all be dead in 3 days. Perhaps my words surprise you or frighten you. But I will not lie. Not to you. Not to you who have come through 200 days of dread, only to find yourselves here. I have looked into your faces and seen what this war has cost all of you. I have followed the flow of battles that each of you has survived, to stand here on the final battlement. I see everything you have endured. Those stories written in the light of your eyes. Now the War Master offers you the lie of life, promising a mercy his forces are incapable of showing. If we will abandon this last war, and it falls to me here and now to tell you to stand against him one more time, to give everything you have, even your lives, if it will hold this rampart for another day, another hour, another second. That is what the moment demands of me, is it not? That I beg you to make one last sacrifice. No, I will not ask it of you. You have already given everything. You have already done everything asked of you 100 times and more. You have suffered through a war of unimaginable darkness. One that has demanded more from you than any soldier in the history of our species has been forced to give. The fact that you still live, that you still fight. I cannot conceive of the courage and resilience it requires for you to face this town and look to the horizon with a rifle in your hands. Where Horus has offered only lies, I will offer you truth. Those of you that wish to run, run. Leave this place, not in shame at a duty undone, not in surrender to the traitor's forces, but with honor. Go, with my gratitude, for you have already given everything asked of you. What right do I, does anyone, have to demand more? From you, who have endured harrowing beyond account, horror beyond measure. If you wish to fall back into the Sanctum Imperialis, and spend the last hours of life with your children, then do so. Know that you go not only with my blessing, but with my envy. If you wish to leave the wall and take your chances in the wasteland before the battle begins, then, in the Emperor's name, you have earned the right to try. Go swiftly, and carry with you the pride that you have already given a hero's share in a war that none of us wanted, but were forced to fight. And if you wish for the truth, I will give it to you gladly, for you have earned that too. It shames me to admit, but I would abandon this wall if I could. The Primarch in me, the supposed demigod half of my heart, craves life with a ferocity that shames me. If I bowed to that instinct, I would take to the sky and never look back. But I cannot. I am half human, and the human in me demands that I stay. There are legends about me. I hear them whispered among you every day. That I know the moment of my own death. The stories say this gives me courage, that I feel no fear, because I know I cannot yet be slain. Here is the truth of that tale. That prophesied death is coming. Today, tonight, tomorrow. I know not the when or the how, only that I feel fate's breath on the back of my neck. I do not remain here out of immortality's courage. I remain here because if I am to die, I choose this death. I choose to die with my back to the last door. I choose to give my life to buy another hour or minute or even a single second of grace to those who cannot be here fighting with me. I choose to die here because I do not believe I have yet given all I can. Someone must stand and fight. And if I have but one choice left, I will make it now. I will stand. I will fight. I will hold this wall, knowing that the 13th Legion makes for Terra with all speed. And if they cannot bring salvation, they will bring retribution. Whether I am alone, or whether 100,000 of you are by my side, when the War Master's horde descends upon this wall, they will find me waiting for them with a blade in hand. Not because I can win, but because it is right. I do not know what delusion grips those out there who were once our brothers and sisters, but I know it is right to oppose them. I have spoken enough. You need hear no more of my fears and confessions. All that remains is for me to ask. Will you run? Will you run?
Hello? That was freaking crazy! Hello? Oh my goodness. What did he say? What did he say?
Everything you have endured.
He said something.
Those stories written in the light of your eyes. Now the War Master offers you the lie of life, promising a mercy.
He says, because he is human, he will stay. It's always, oh, I love you so much. And it's never, because I'm half human, I'll stay. Hello? He said I'm not here because I'll win. I'm here. What did he say? Someone said it. What did he say? Where's the transcript? Hey, I was freaking in that. And nobody ran. Speech of Sanguinius. Give me that transcript. Here we go. Over 100,000 humans, Mechanicus, Space Marines fought together. Beautiful. I would've. What right does anyone have to demand more? Oh my goodness. The human in me demands that I stay. Oh my, put that, hello? Carve that into my soul. Oh my goodness. If you wish to leave the wall and take your chances in the wasteland before the battle begins, then in the Emperor's name you have earned the right to try. Oh my gosh. I do not remain here out of immortality's courage. I remain here because if I am to die, I choose this death. I choose to die with my back to the last door. I choose to give my life to buy an hour or a minute or even a single second of grace to those who cannot be here fighting with me. I choose to die here because I do not believe I have yet given all I can. Hello? Hello? Crazy work. Crazy work. Bro, I'm gonna read this like 1,000 more times. This is crazy work. Not because I can win, but because it is right. Holy. Hey, that's crazy work. Hey, Potch, wow. Hey, loved that. Oh my goodness. Okay. The last one. You missed the speech. It just ended. And now we're going into Sanguinius meeting his legion. The book is so good. You know, I'm going to start reading. It's time to get literate.
Sanguinius stepped out into the storm. Behind him came the lunar wolves. Before him, standing in ranks, stood the Revenant Legion. They waited in formation, statues at attention in the storm. Helmetless, they were graven in his image. Several thousand faces, resculpted through techno-magical genetics to resemble that of the father they'd never met. Their various skin shades hid nothing, and variant colours and styles of hair didn't conceal the fact either. Each one of them bore his visage. Sanguinius had been cognizant of this possibility without truly expecting it.
Oh.
Many of Horus's lunar wolves grew to take on his features as they ascended to the Astartes state, but it was by no means ubiquitous among the legions. Here, Sanguinius looked not on mere similarity, but simulacrum. Horus's sons resembled their Primarch as a son might take closely after a father. Sanguinius's sons resembled their gene-sire as his own face would look back at him in a cracked mirror. War had scarred them, but they were him to the life.
No wonder, oh my, every time he saw one of them died, he saw himself die? Even though he's already seen a video of his death? Oh my goodness.
And they were afraid of him. He could read it in eyes that matched his own. And he could sense it in the tautness of features he knew so perfectly well. The torment of expectation had goaded him to believe his sons might rejoice at their first sight of him. But the reality was altogether more tense. They feared what he represented, and the many changes to come. Free of the gunship's confines, he stretched his wings in the rain, nothing more than instinct, the way someone might raise a hand against a breeze or roll their shoulders to prepare for a task. But when he did it, as his white feathered pinions flexed, several warriors in the front rank flinched.
Oh.
They didn't just fear what he represented, Sanguinius realized. They feared him.
Oh.
Perhaps they feared the mutation he bore on his back. But the Primarch didn't think it was anything so simple. They feared his very presence. Why? The rain slashed, unceasing, content to fill the terrible silence with the hiss of its impact. Sanguinius felt the gaze of the lunar wolves behind him as surely as he saw the stares of the immortal Ninth facing him. Keeping his wings close to his body, for convenience rather than caution, he started walking along the rows of gathered warriors in their storm-washed grey. He met their eyes as he passed, and marked well the scars of war on their ceramite plate and transfigured flesh. In turn, they gazed up at him with the desperate hope he had been expecting, coupled with a defiance he had not. They wanted this. They ached for this moment. But everything rode upon it. The pressure was practically a physical thing, bearing down on all of them. In their faces he read their records of the Great Crusade. The drinking of blood and the eating of flesh, for tactical advantage, for survival, and rarely, but not rarely enough, for pleasure. He read the stories told by the scars that marred their beauty. The chronicles of subterranean campaigns against mutated hordes and scarcely human populations, harvested for desperately needed reinforcements. In their narrowed, awed eyes he saw the discretionary refusals of the Divisio Militaris to supply them with munitions and armor battalions to match the other newborn legions, for fear of the Revenant's degeneracy. He saw the Imperial decrees breaking them apart to serve in splinter fleets, fragments of fragments attached to other Legion forces. The primary reason it had taken so long to gather the Legion here in its entirety. He saw the hardships of their crusade, and the compromises made when fate had forced their hands. In the tilt of their heads and the set of their lips, he saw the sanctions levied against them by other, nobler legions. He saw the sins they'd committed against their own empire, and the scorn they'd endured because of it. He saw how they wore that disregard as a badge of unwanted honor. In short, he saw them for what they were: cannibals and killers with the faces of angels. Last of all, gleaming in their brazen stares, was the knowledge of their own extinction. Their time was coming to an end. Even without Sanguinius here before their gathered ranks, the lifespan of the Immortal Ninth was decidedly mortal, after all. The other legions, no matter their degrees of savagery, were reliable weapons in the Emperor's arsenal. To carve a planet apart, he sent the 8th. To drown a rebellion in the blood of their own dead, he sent the 12th. The ruthlessness of these wild legions was still contained within the framework of the Great Plan. But the 9th, these blood-stained knights with their crimson rituals, these eaters of the dead, already they'd been broken up, unreliable in legion force. Whole swaths of the expeditionary fleets refused to fight alongside them. Again and again they were ground down to near annihilation, repeatedly bringing themselves back from the brink with tides of desperate recruitment, sustaining themselves by elevating the genetic dregs of the species to a state of imperial perfection. Their ways populated their ranks with men exalted in flesh, yet still hollow in soul. Duty could only carry a soldier so far. These transhuman men fought for the Imperium, but they cared for little. They loved nothing. There was nothing ennobling in their suffering, only pride in their capacity to endure. The pride of a cornered animal is all they have left. As soon as the thought occurred to him, Sanguinius dismissed it. No, it's not all they have left. It's all they ever had.
Oh.
It is all they were ever given. How like the people of Balfora they were, so vulnerable despite their fortitude, able to survive but never thrive. Sanguinius had been adopted by the clans of pure blood, and grew to become their champion. He could have ruled over them as the god king they believed him to be. but he had always wanted nothing more than to protect them. He elevated the pure tribes from the travails of their rad-soaked homeland, not through dominance over them, but by his service to them. And now, the Revenant's fear made sense. It was so obvious once he'd witnessed it with his own eyes. A truth that no hololithic report could ever convey. What would this winged demigod demand of them? Could they ever live up to what he would ask? Would they even want to try, if they despised their new father and his vision?
Okay, so he's meeting... A lot of things are happening. He's meeting them. He's nervous. They're nervous. He's like, I don't know what they think of me. I don't know who they are. These are my boys. I've heard some not so nice things about my boys. But, you know, daddy's home. And then he's empathizing. He's seeing them. He's seeing his own face. But obviously they've been beaten and bruised. He's going to learn all of their names. He's going to cry when all of them freaking get hurt. He's like, this meeting determines the future of the Blood Angels. He's seeing their future. The main reason they almost got erased was because the people were starting to worship them like vampire thralls. Oh. Heard. I love Sangi, but my goat will always be Dirty Pretty and Vulcan. We love Vulcan. Okay. Sanguinius is the freaking third. We're in a Twitch ad, so I can go over this. Here are my notes for the Primarchs. We've watched Vulcan. Let me put a... Hold on. We watched Vulcan. We watched Sanguinius. I think that's it. Did we watch anybody else? Oh. Okay. Notes. Curse, bad foresight. Sanguinius, good foresight. Pretty privilege. Anger on nails. Angry, Vulcan perpetual. He's freaking out there. Waiting for a side quest. Yes. Okay. We've only watched 2? That's crazy. The people want booty. The people want lemon. Nobody wants horse. Well, technically, we watched the heresy. It's good enough for me. We don't need to learn any more about Horus. We learned all we need to about Horus. Yes, these are my notes. Good notes. W notes. They were more ruthless than Ingron. Yeah, because they were out there drinking blood, you know? Okay. You should also put a slave to fate. Now, he's freaking... Oh, shoot. Sorry. Kurz is crazy. Not Dorn. Kurz is crazy. Who's besties? Who's besties? Sanguinius was besties with Horus. Who else was besties? Fulgrim? We can watch the Horus Heresy explained by Morlar when we inevitably hit that topic. More on the heresy. Oh, he was a psyker. Good intentions, bad outcome. Yes. My notes. Ferris and Fulgrim. Got it. Besties. With Ferris. Besties with Fulgrim. Heard. Okay, those are my notes. We will watch the battle and the other horsey videos. Don't worry.
Sanguinius kept walking, kept studying them. He thought of the oaths of fealty he could make them swear tonight. He thought of the glory he could promise them, and of the pride he could convey at the Emperor granting him command of his own legion. He was their Primarch, and he had every right to play out the moment the way his sons expected, by binding them to him with sacred oaths of their allegiance to him. But the first words he spoke to his legion were far from bombastic speeches later chroniclers would describe. "What is your name?" Sanguinius asked the closest revenant, the first of his sons that he ever met face to face. His tone was gently firm, his curiosity evident. The scarred warrior replied, lips wet with the rain. "Edamas."
Edamas.
Sanguinius saw the conflict in the man's dark eyes as the Astartes hesitated, unsure whether to add an honorific. "Thank you," Sanguinius replied. He turned to the next warrior in line. "And you?"
He's asking all
Your
their
name?
names.
"Amit." Again, that hesitation, though Amit added a subdued "Lord" after a moment's pause. "Thank you." "And you?" And on it went. Soon he wasn't going one by one anymore, instead beckoning them to break ranks and come forward in clusters. He looked each of them in the eye as they proclaimed their names to him, many of them shouting over the others as the adrenaline of the moment took
I'm
hold.
Kana!
And he committed their identities to his preternatural memory.
That's what they did.
These were his first sons, and he would remember every one of them until the day of his death. When it was done, silence descended once more.
Cool,
Dense with
bye.
expectation. Before, the revenants had regarded him with that clash of anticipation and defiant fear. Now, the challenge in their stares bordered on feverish. Why had he asked their names? What did he intend to do with the knowledge? Sanguinius saluted them, his fist against his heart. At last, he spoke. "You have told me your names, and I have read the records of your deeds. I know you, and I know how my father's Imperium, our Imperium, looks upon you.
He got 130,000 names, bro. He is a therapist.
You have served with loyalty and been paid in gratitude and spite, both in equal measure. You have been given difficult tasks, only to find yourselves mistrusted for achieving them in the ways you believed best.
Oh.
I will not say you were wrong to act as you have acted, nor will I blame those that have come to fear you. That is the past. And this is our chance to step back from the edge of extinction
My first command is to bring you together once more. We will fight together as one bloodline. As of this moment, you are a broken legion no longer.
The Revenant's eyes were upon him. He felt no doubts now. He knew exactly what he wanted to say.
Swear me no oaths,
He told them.
make me no promises. Do not offer me your allegiance purely because my blood runs in your veins.
Sanguinius laughed suddenly, the sound musical against the percussion of the storm.
In fact, do not offer me your allegiance at all. Not until you believe me worthy of it.
The Primarch drew his sword, plunging it into the earth before the gathered ranks. He spread his wings, letting the rain sheet from them in pearlescent droplets.
And then, to the amazed horror of his sons, he went to one knee in obeisance.
Oh!
Even with his head down, his voice carried above the storm.
Instead, let me offer you my allegiance.
Oh!
Take my oath, here and now.
I am Sanguinius, son of the Emperor, Primarch of the 9th Legion, and I make you this promise. I will stand with you in glory or die alongside you in shame. I come to you tonight not to enforce my ways upon all of you, but to learn your ways.
Oh, that's beautiful.
The Revenant Legion looked upon him with breathless amazement. The punishment and chastisements they had expected hadn't manifested. The self-righteous vows they'd anticipated, that they must reshape themselves in their new father's image, hadn't been spoken.
This legion is not mine,
Sanguinius called out to his sons as he rose to his feet.
It is not a possession to be manipulated purely by my will. This legion is ours. And though you are my sons, fated to answer to me, I am your Primarch, and I will answer to you.
Sanguinius heard the lunar walls shifting uncomfortably. This was plainly not how it had gone with Horus. It was not how these meetings were supposed to go.
My dad didn't do
The angel
that.
drew his blade from the wet earth, raising his voice over the thunder.
Each one of you is a bloodied veteran of the Great Crusade. And I, too, have fought the Imperium's wars, learning of our empire at my brother Horus's side. But I am as new to my title as I am to the war we fight. In time, I will come to lead you. But for now, I ask you only to let me fight by your side. If you refuse me, I will leave with no grudge. I will break my pact with the Emperor and return to Balfora. I will leave you to survive as you survived thus far. But if you accept my offer,
_burns just became a prime sushi roll. Itadakimasu tilde.
Thank you, Sideburn. Itadakimasu.
then let us learn together
what our legion will be. Let us write that story as a united bloodline.
Sanguinius let the rain fall clean his blade. He sheathed it in a smooth motion and rippled his wings against the storm's chill.
The Emperor has charged us to take this world. He wants Tegar Pentorus. He wants it compliant before the turn of the solar month. I have seen the plans. I have seen the Imperial Army communications pleading for the presence of the Lunar Wolves here. The formal requests that my brother's pristine sons remain to bring about the compliance the Ninth Legion cannot be trusted to achieve.
The Revenants stirred, shifted, clutched their weapons tighter.
Clutch their pearls.
They had their pride. They had it in abundance. And it would make for a fine beginning.
The Emperor wants this world, and the Lunar Wolves would love to be the ones to give it to him.
Sanguinius paused, a half smile on his beauteous features, the look of a man sharing a sly jest with his closest companions.
It's my belief that we don't need our esteemed cousins, though. I believe we can take this planet without their aid. And in doing so, we will write the first chapter of our Legion's true story.
He turned to the side, an intermediary between the Lunar Wolves officers and the several thousand Revenants standing in broken ranks. Ezekiel looked faintly amused. Tarek was fully grinning.
What say you, warriors of the Ninth Legion?
Sanguinius called out.
What say you to our noble ambassadors from the 16th? Thousands of voices rose, a rolling thunder of mockery, refusal, and defiance. The Revenant Legion shouted down the Lunar Wolves with that unified roar, succeeding also in outshouting the storm. Ezekiel Abaddon stepped forward, raising his hands for quiet. It took some time to descend.
Tarek moved with him, and as Abaddon inclined his head in respect to the quieting Revenants, the latter gave a teasing, courtly bow. "Well then, Lord Sanguinius," Tarek said, loud enough for the ranks of Astartes to hear, "it's the considered opinion of myself and my dear first Captain Abaddon here that we can pull our Legion forces back and let the Ninth handle things." Sanguinius thanked them both with his gaze,
Thanks, boys.
watched them move
See
in
ya.
to reboard their gunship, and then turned to face his new Legion once more.
My friends,
He said to the Revenants, "My sons,
let us make ready. We have our first war to win."
Wow, Pachi Sanguinius! Oh my goobas. He's literally so good with words. His Legion turns up and he's like, Dad's gonna reprimand us. He's gonna be like, you freaking little freaks, what were you doing without me? Time to whip you in the behind and get in line. But he was like, hey guys, I see you and I want to know your name and I want to be someone that you can rely on. Oh my goobus. And the Lunar Wolves are like, our dad didn't say all that, but pop off. Pop off, Uncle Sanguinius. Wow. Pachi. Abaddon was there. Abaddon was just there, hanging out. Freaking Abaddon. What a guy. Hey, Sanguinius W. I'm excited to learn more about the Blood Angels, to learn more about Dante and Caiaphas Cain. Should we stay on the Blood Angels trajectory for the next week, or shall we go to something else? I don't know. I kind of want to hear some more. I'm listening. Vulcan's still my fave, but Sanguinius, I'm listening. Also, apparently some of the lore has been updated. There's that 2-hour Luton video that I'd almost thought about. All roads lead to Luton. But yeah. Thank you guys for coming to this reaction. We can finish with Dante. Heard. Dante and Caiaphas Cain. That'll be a whole nother stream. It's already 9 o'clock right now. It's because I napped, guys. I'm sorry I napped. I won't nap next week. I'll start on time and we can go as needed. Mephiston. The strongest psyker in the Imperium? I thought Magnus was the strongest psyker in the Imperium. The Terran-born Blood Angel were known for being an exceptionally violent and cruel legion before they met their dad. You get a good idea of what that was like when you look into the more feral Blood Angel successors, like the Knights of Blood and the Flesh Tears. Oh, yes! Someone also, I think Jaeger recommended the Blood Angels successors. So, okay. So next reaction is Blood Angels, Dante, Caiaphas Cain, and then the successors? Well, that's a lot. Okay, I'm in. I'm game. No poll. We've decided what we're doing next week. More Sanguinius. Flesh Tears are fan favorites. They do some pretty good novels. Beauty sleep is important. I got a beauty knockout, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for watering the fish and watering the child. Or get watered, everybody. But yeah, I like the voice acting. I tried, especially in the Sanguinius' speech, I tried not to react immediately and just listen to it and like take it all in. But yeah, that was great. Also, I like that one was like 8 minutes, but it felt like so much longer because I was so in it. But yeah, pulling up the transcript was good. These are my notes. This is my notes for the Primarch, so I'll make other notes. Yeah. Yay, Sanguinius! Woo! Is he your favorite? Who's your favorite Primarch? Some of you already shared your favorites. Oh, somebody also asked, do you have a traitor you'd like to look into? Have we only been learning about the Loyalists? Yeah. Sanguinius and Vulcan. Traitor. I don't know. Kurz is like freaking crazy, but I kind of like want to know. Kind of crazy in an intriguing way. Like, why you like this, bro? Perturabo is your fave? Perturabo is a traitor. We can get into him. Lorgar. I mean, I know a bit about Magnus. I know a bit about Angron. I guess Perturabo. Perturabo would be cool. Kurz would be wild. Kurz is the best traitor. Is he the best? He sounds like the freaking worst. But is that why he's the best? Hey, we'll look into him. We'll look into him. After we're done with Sanguinius, let's go to a traitor. Let's pick a traitor. How does that sound? Comedy options are the twins. Yeah, the twins. Have you learned of Angron? I'm trying to remember, like, I watched an overview of all the Primarchs, and...
Oh my god, you're huge!
3 crucial names to look into with the Blood Angels. Dante,
Thank you for the bits.
Mephiston,
3
and
crucial
Reckon.
names to look into with
That
Blood Angels.
last one
Dante,
is mostly
Mephiston,
personal
and
preference on my
Rapid.
part, but the guy deserves some recognition.
Angron, please. Okay, Angron. Okay. Ingron. I guess I can learn more about Ingron. So after we're done with the Sanguinius and the Blood Angels, we'll pick a trader. Ingron, let me write this down. Ingron and Kerr. Ingron, Kurz, and Perturabo. Trader. That'll be the next frickin' poll in 2 weeks. Okay? I wrote it down in my notes. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Let us raid on out of here. World of Warcraft. Who am I following on Twitch? What's his name? Oh, great. There's a message. Second the message. We're gonna raid our friend Beppel, who's playing TFT, and Beppel's kind of really good at it. I will see you guys next time, and I will wake up early and etc. And I will try to paint. What else do we have on the schedule this week? This week on the schedule. Oh, tomorrow at 5 p.m. I'm doing a AAPI Valorant stack to celebrate Asian American Pacific Islander Month with my AAPI friends. All 5 of us are AAPI. We're going to play Valorant. It's going to be great. Friday, we're going to try and get back with Rimworld. Hello? Rimworld. I need to test out the mod pack. Thank you, Leora. And then we'll craft on Saturday. Shay. Okay, bye, everybody. Bye, 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 bye. Don't forget to leave suggestions and stuff as a comment to the YouTube video or in the Warhammer chat on Discord so that I don't lose them, because I lose things. Bye, everybody. Bye, Leora. Bye, Mr. Nevi. Thank you for your suggestions again, Mr. Nevi. Bye, Germa. Bye, Fabian. Bye, Grand Tourist. Bye, Sideburns. Thank you for the sub, and thank you for the bits, Grand Tourist. Bye, Achilles Troy. Bye. Bye, Hounds of Sloth Cigars. Bye, AJ.